All right, hello. How are we? Great to have you back. Now, I need you guys to let me know something. I want to do something, and I need you in chat to let me know if I'm still live. Am I still live? Do let me know. Also, how's all the audio and all that sort of stuff? Is everything still all right? Beautiful. Okay, so we might have, touch wood, a nice lag-free stream. At least on the canvas for me. Beautiful. Thanks, guys. All right, let me just... so I can see ya. Yeah, so today I want to do my own version of Tommy Vercetti from Vice City. All right, GTA Vice City. I'm getting hyped for the new game. All right, I've been seeing a bunch of content around it, people doing playthroughs, and I just got inspired. And I thought, because there's been like a re-released version of it, right? And I don't know, the face didn't quite look right. I reckon we could have a play around with it. I want to have a play around with yeah, just discovering how we can interpret it ourselves, right? So that's why I got the 80s jams to have it all like themed. But yeah, no, we'll have a bit of fun. All right. Urimichin, how you doing? Gamer, great to have you. BGJYT, how you going? Tomoki, great to have you. Zoo, thank you very much. Great to have you. Yeti, what's going on, dude? Do you know what might have caused the lag? I think it was too many tabs open, and I'm pretty sure there might be a memory leak in Pinterest somewhere, because I've got Pinterest open all the time. So that's why I'm doing PureRef. So I've got a bunch of reference from PureRef, so that I don't have another window open with Pinterest. Cannot confirm or deny that, but it feels like it, at least. America shirts. No, I shouldn't engage. Kentas, what's going on? All right. Let's have a play, shall we? One more sip. Super. What's going on, dude? Okay. Now it's kind of gone out of the 80s stuff. I want like... Alright. There we go. So, Tommy, right? Grew up with the fella. Probably not the best thing that I was exposed to this at the age that I was, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's take a look at the shapes. Right, what have we got? He's got, whether it's pixelation or not, I'm seeing that as like an almost monobrow sort of deal. Right, so very blocky. He's got a little mustache. Right, very pursed lips as well. So let's have a whirl and see how we get on. Also got some other I'd love to like see if we can try and do it in this kind of style, right? The Jin Kim-esque kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Almost into the Spider-Verse, but not quite, but kind of. We'll see where the stream takes us. All right, so first things first, those shapes. Let's see if we can get the essence, shall we? All right, so what am I seeing? I'm seeing this. Now, I don't just want to copy. We're trying to sort of bring it into our own. We're trying to get a likeness off as like 6 pixels. It's going to be tricky. So we're going to do a lot of filling in the blanks, but he's got this sort of attitude here. All right. I would like to do like a render, like a fully colored one. So this, see if I can get him a little bit closer for you if you're drawing along. Now all of these references, if you want them, so you can also check out the artists. I've just done this really quickly before stream so that the computer doesn't run slow with Pinterest open. But stream style references, you'll be able to find the link from I think previous stream, or it could be in the description right now, I'm not sure. So he's got quite a intense brow, right? I'm not just talking about the eyebrows, but the actual brow itself. We can look at this. Well, it's not too intense, but it's deep, right? Reasonably deep because of the lighting. Now, how accurate this lighting is, I don't know. Like, you know, we got to make some concessions here. Ah, Diana, you legend. Thank you. Nimri, how are ya? All right, so he's got quite large. So we're gonna finesse this, right? We're gonna go from larger, sketchier shapes to smaller, refined lines and shapes, right? So we're gonna try and find them. Also, to give you an idea of the vibe I'm going for, I've been working on this one in the mornings for the last couple of days. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Fifth Element or this scene, or like this scene in particular, but like these characters. So I'm kind of going for this sort of vibe. Multipass. That's right. Lilu, I think that's her name. He's also got smaller eyes. So I'm kind of figuring out just from this this view at the moment. Being more structural, which could be a detriment to me or not. His head is tilted upwards, so the ears are going to be further down. Ninri, thank you very much. Appreciate ya. Love the Fifth Element. Lulu, me too. It was one of the, I don't know if this is showing my age now. Well, I'm only 33, relax. But I think when we first got our first DVD player for the home, it came with DVDs. I think one of them was Muriel's Wedding, and the other might have been Fifth Element. And it was like, whoa, DVDs. All right. So he's got kind of an odd facial expression here. It's almost like got a bit of an overbite kind of vibe. So what we're doing here, we're not just sketching and just going blah, 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 and hoping for the best. We're analyzing, we're trying to think, right? I might want to look at how we can interpret that mouth, because it's very pronounced. Right, so that's like we're almost making notes here. This is our notes. We're not doing anything crazy. Can you please show us how you draw your mannequins to build over? Is it Messiah? We might get a bit to get into a bit of that today. I'm having problems with the stylization of a nose. Can you help? Keep watching, because we're going to have to eventually do that. Hopefully it will help. Candace, how you doing? I love the movie. Yeah, Fifth Element was good. Yep, Yeti. Fifth Element is my jam. It was great, wasn't it? Something about it. And it's funny as well. This, like, Tommy in different scenes, he looks completely different. So we've got to sort of interpolate some of these. Sort of expressions. And there was VCD before that. I don't know what a VCD is. Maybe VCR. Was that a different kind of CD or DVD? Being me, appreciate it, my friend. Thanks for popping in. All right, so then we got his hands here. We're still keeping it scribbly, still keeping it kind of blocky. Although, yes, it's blocky because it's pixelated. I'm seeing blockiness in the sort of facial shapes from the character, less so just because it's actually like 11 pixels. I appreciate it being me. Yeah, no stress at all. No stress. That's why I keep them up. All right, let's knock it back. So we've got something, we've got a scaffolding to work off of now, all right? Still reckon we might play around with... I'm not a fan of this song. Let's get... I put in the thing 80s Miami mix. What do I do? 80s club scene. Lucas Gabe, how you doing? Are you going off the PS2 model, or do you also have concept art of Tommy? I'm going off of the PS2 model, and I'll tell you why. That is the Tommy that I spent the most time with. Yes, I would open up the case and then put the... I would see it in the booklet and on the case and stuff. But this one, it's in all the cutscenes. You see him all the time in this way. So we're going to try and stick more to this, if this makes sense. Artistry, how you doing? All right, so his eyes are kind of going downwards a little bit here. Also because he's looking up slightly. So let's see how we can get on. loving it at the moment, but this can change within a matter of moments. It can all click into place, which is what I found with like this. This was like Brucey Boy was taking for, I mean, even her, she was taking ages to sort of click into place because we kind of got it trying to get a likeness. Likeness is bloody tricky. It's very, very tricky. El Carter Street. Keep watching and I'll be explaining. Alright, let's knock it right back because it's a little distracting. Okay, let's take a look. Where is this fella? We'll start. Yeah, we'll go off of this. Yeah, his eyes. The bridge of his eyes is quite large. Like here is quite large. So we do want to keep that in mind. And his brows go up. They look quite groomed, if I do say so myself. Alright, so ears down here. Boom. Alright, so I think this is where how are the course and the website going? Going good. Going good. It's getting there. Not much more to report. Oh, actually, no, I can say some things. Podcast is coming back next week, recording the first one, which is going to be good. Working on a new YouTube video, first one in I don't like to think how long, and that's gonna coincide with the pre-sale of the course and the sort of website launch on my side. And then it will open up to creators as we test out all the stuff on my end. Yeah, I saw that short you put out. Yeah, so started content again, which is nice. Doing a lot of research on content again, which is lovely. You know what? I missed it. I missed really diving deep into understanding how it's all. I mean, I still know how it all works, but just getting back into that mindset has been a good bit of fun, and that one did well, which was a nice little surprise. Also, those that are on Instagram, give and you're doing reels, give trial reels a shot. Legit. Candice, you'll be getting access to that because you're a part of the workshop. You'll be getting access to that. So between now and the launch, the alumni of all the workshops that had the that were on the workshop tier, I believe, they will be getting early access to it. Cosmic, how you doing? What about plain Jane, simple Jane? Oh, I love it. Simple Jane. I do want to do it simple, but I think that's copywritten with Tropic Thunder. Art drops, so I'm getting all those prepared to send over to Proco for when I'm over there in October. So that's taking some time. So really what I've got, let's, oh yeah, real, sorry, got distracted. Yeah, if you're doing Instagram and you're doing Reels, use trial Reels using the Instagram Edits app. It's actually pretty cool. So what trial Reels does is it only, if you create a trial reel, it only goes out to non-followers first. And then you get all the analytics of how it's performing. And then you can tweak it and change it and get the hook right and make sure it's all, it's hitting that right at the right times. The retention graph is decent, and then you can release it to your existing followers. I think that's the first time I've used it. I can't remember if I've used it in the past, but no. Yeah, trial reels is sick. Gumi, not sure. 781, how you doing? Great to have you. Do you do A/B testing with your trial reels? If so, how do you not get flagged as duplicate content? I think you've got to change it enough. I haven't done too many any A/B tests that are so close. But if I'm going to test something, it would be like a completely new intro, or like the order of things change, so it wouldn't be the same content in the first place. All right, we're starting to get something that's looking like something. All right, still very rough, but something's happening. I didn't know about trial reels. Do you know what audience or country was most watched? I haven't had a look at the analytics yet, because the way that I'm going from now on, or at least for the foreseeable future, is I'm going to do things in batches. Because I've always been chasing my tail with content. I've always been next post, but like I'll post something. All right, now I've got to figure out the next thing. Post that, figure out the next thing. What I want to do is have a batch of things. And as I go, boom, boom, boom. So then if one pops, let it pop. Let it go. Focus on the next thing. Iterate that. If these don't pop, if they do pop, cool, onto the next thing. And then maybe a few weeks down the track, have a look at the ones that did well. Why did they do well? Blah, 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 blah. That's kind of the cadence I think I'm going to take. Because I've got to think about sustainability one. Because now I've said it for a while, but it's content time. So it's starting to starting to really plan everything out. And also I think the meta has changed, not the software company, at least from what I've seen, which is good news, I think, which is nice, and what I'm looking forward to is that the rougher, the more unpolished stuff is where it's at. That's why, at least on that last reel I didn't go into After Effects and do a whole bunch of motion graphics and spend a week doing it. I just got my iPad out and then played out the motion graphics with my hand on the tablet, you know? Is a podcast with Francie. Francie, I haven't heard him be called Francie before. Francis. Yeah. Yep. It'll be with Francis. We're spinning it back up. Because now we've got some stuff to talk about. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's get some reference style-wise. Now we've got the shapes. How do we want to do this? I like the simplicity of these. I mean, quote-unquote simplicity. There's a lot of thinking that's going on with these, but the cleanliness, the cleanness of the lines. So I'm going to try and get something. And you know what? If everything goes to shit and I post this and it's not looking quite right, I just do a blue shirt with palm trees on it and everyone knows who it's going to be. So there's always that back door. Guys wearing pearls seems to be a trend today. I'm not sure if those were pearls. Like, it's hard. Was it like a chain, but because it was so pixelated, couldn't tell. Who knows? We will never know. Okay, so we've got the brows. Again, I kind of want to have them pretty close together. That's the Tommy Vercetti I know, the monobrow. Or almost monobrow. Right on the edge. Yeah, this guy might be a little bit too on the realism side of things. Maybe. So we got to push some stuff, I think. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. I'll get there. I'll get there. This is still... The ears will be adjusted. Also, I've drawn them how you would look at them sort of front on. At least this shorthand that I do. With the ears. So they would all be very, very different. eyes might be... How can we simplify them? Whoa, he's looking a little... I should try and draw in the middle as well. My apologies, because I'm on the larger screen here. Gotta get comfortable so you guys can see it as well. Alright, eyes way too far apart. Let's go back to what we had before, maybe we can simplify that. Yeah, we've got to interpret what the hair is like. Because it's literally like a block here. Not loving this, but where do you find reference image for these studies? These are on Pinterest. All right, not loving this one. Let's try another view. Let's see if we can get something out of this. We have to iterate to get anywhere. That's all part of it. So we've got the sideburns. Sideburns is a big part of it. Dark Renaissance. We need a dedicated bicep. No, that would be very underwhelming. Hugh the Hugh, how you doing? Currently doing the portrait of the guy from the bear. Nice one. He has your jawline, right? So these are the main shapes. So this here, right, very chisel-y. I've said this many times, but likeness is really bloody hard. And it takes like a ton. At least for me. Other people might be able to like nail that bang on. It takes like a ton of like stylized. Like there's one thing getting like a one-to-one match with like a photo or anything or something like more realism. But when you're trying to stylize it, it does take quite a lot of iteration. Gumi, I had someone tell me that I was stealing art for using another artist's image as reference despite the fact it looked nothing like it. Have you encountered anything like that before? Absolutely not, and I tell them to kick rocks. It's just ridiculous what just some people are just fucking idiots, seriously. Dano's eyebrows really doing all the work in low res that they do. They do a lot. All right. So this is the squareness of him. We've got to figure out, are his eyes pretty deep? I think his eyes are pretty deep in his head. Is there any profile? There's also this one as well. So also use a bunch of different references. Right, this goes for game characters and just normal photos as well, because that can help a lot. You just think about yourself. Sometimes you'll take photos and it doesn't look like you at all, and you're like, is that what I look like? Because of the GTA 6 hype, a little bit. I'm getting excited for it. It's going to be about probably the first game I've played apart from Fortnite with my partner. Yeah, it's going to be the first game I've got to get myself a PlayStation 6. I was also thinking, because I'm going to do that experiment as well on stream with like painting the environments. So we'll play it and we'll do like in-game plain air. If the graphics are that good, then it's like, all right, that could work. You guys have this like going on. Now his nose, does it scoop down? He's looking way too chinny there. It's a neat idea, like from screenshots, or you're just going to have the game run? I'm going to have the game running. And then I think we should be able to do things like how quick can we get, like we could even people watch and do like quick sketches of people if they got like first person mode. That'll be super. Then we can do timed like environment studies with star levels. So it's like, all right, 1 star, then go up to a position, do a study. I don't know. I reckon we'll have a bit of fun. Just honestly, just a content experiment. It could work great, or it could just be the stupidest idea ever. I've got no clue. With the mouth here. There's something very, very subtle that I haven't quite caught onto yet. Right? Because it's when I was doing this guy, this is what I'm trying to find. The eyes curve. Right? The distance between the eyes and the nose, like this part of the mouth, is a lot longer. So I push that a little bit. These are the things I'm trying to find with this fella. What are, sorry. Those key points to push and pull, you know? How quick can you paint before getting busted by the police? 100%. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. He kind of has like shark eyes, kind of like a little bit dead. There we go. Brows need to be lower. He looks weird as shit. I think his nose is... too out. I think it could be. This is also the tricky part. The nose is also something I've been not struggling with on one of my sculpts I've been working on, because it's such a subtle, especially because what I'm doing with one of my sculpts is I'm trying to sculpt from a painting. And because I've just got it from one view, I've got to make up a lot of stuff, and the nose has been very, very tricky. So this reminds me very much of that. Because once we can get it kind of in the 3/4 view, right? Get it feeling at least like half decent. Then we can start experimenting with like expressions. His cheekbones are higher. How do I know that? I just picked that up here. Cheekbones closer to the eye. So let's add that in. Brow larger, cheekbones higher. Boom. Suraj, how you doing? Thank you. It would also be a good exercise in filling in the blank, since the models and textures in Vice City are low poly, low res. Yeah. Oh no, I'm thinking also super. I'm thinking for Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know if I'll do that with Vice City. Like you do a montage workout to this music, I think you could. Yeah, I want to make sure. He doesn't look like the bloody Joker. Now let's think. From this view, where do we want? Really not loving it. This is freaking tricky. Understanding how to translate pixelated characters. Side view, cheekbones, eye, then lips, this is why it's really beneficial to understand how to do stuff from side view as well. So as we're starting to understand some of these shapes, we can then go back and say, all right, let's work this and work this one out, and then keep going. So this is helpful for like the muzzle of the mouth. Now he's got that sort of pronounced lip. It's also kind of hard because of the limitations of the naturalistic lighting in the game, absolutely. That's something that we got to contend with, but we'll see where we get to, you know? This is feeling the closest from these two. This guy looks like a fella from Narcos. This guy looks, I don't know what. Let's continue to explore. Because yeah, once we nail the proportions and stuff, then we can start doing stuff like this. So I think this is that real staple, is this outward mouth. Yeah, it seems every time I create a character it looks great head on, but then the side and the 1/4 or 3/4 views end up looking like a completely different character. Yeah, and that's why it's iteration. Right? They're gonna look crap in the beginning. It's just unfortunately, unless you get it, unless you just nail it first off, which does happen rarely, but it can happen. Unless you do that, this is gonna be looking pretty crap for a little while at least. Lip goes up like that, then down. That's more like it. So it's more of like a... Does his eye go back? Maybe. This is where that idea of that, like, thinking in 3D comes in really, really handy. Also play around, yeah, with the depth of the eye. Right, how sort of cartoony we want it. Does it come to like here? And then with that, we can figure out the depth of the brow. Now, I think the nose, if I'm not mistaken, kind of goes in like that. At least that's the vibe it's given me here. And look how much that changes everything. You mess around with the nose, you poke it out. Right, you've got one character. Or you come in. Completely different look, completely different character, alright? So it's like we're playing with millimeters here. Which is the fun of it. We also want to put our own flavor into it as well. So we don't want to be stuck, because a lot of this is going to be up to interpretation. I suppose that is why doing likeness is so hard. 1000%. If you moved your nose or like any part of your face like a millimeter, or even like crazy like a 5 millimeters, half a centimeter, you'd be like, what's wrong with my face? You know, you shift and change stuff. And it's so easy to move it. And just throw everything off. This is almost looking... Who's that fella that was on the Titanic? Not DiCaprio. Like the movie? Thank you, Tamoki. Jack. No, the bad guy. I think it maybe was a bad guy. Who's that actor? Billy Zane. This is giving me Billy Zane. I didn't even know who, like, I wouldn't have been able to tell you his name, but like that look, the way the face shape is, the closeness between the upper lip and the nose and the shape of the nose. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but just off the top of my head, there's like a gut feel, there's like a vibe. That's what it's feeling like. Suraj, I'm currently working as a children's book illustrator in Nepal. Nice one. The clients here pay really low. Any tips to get some international clients? I've never dealt with that personally, so I wouldn't be the one to be given advice. I guess your best bet is to focus on getting yourself out there to more international clients, and the way to do that is through content and online outreach, I guess. Yeah, the eyes as well, because they're like quite dark. Don't know if it's given me Tommy Vercetti yet, but we're closer than where we were. This is closer to the vibe of like, all right, we're getting into a little bit of my style, or the style that I like the look of. Like a little bit of, you could believe it starting to be a character of sorts. Yeah, I mean, not too late to pivot to Titanic. I know, sometimes you're just like, fuck it, all right, it's turned into what it is, you know, and that was the goal all along. And if I upload this, I remove the intro and I do another intro. Billy Zane, Lawnmower Man. He played the Phantom, he did too. He did too. What I'm trying to figure out. See, these two look completely different, right? Like, I'm not going crazy. These two look absolutely completely different. If we look at here, I mean, we're looking at a pretty low poly 3D model, but there's like a sunkenness of the cheeks that we've got to take into account. Anya Barn, you got it. That's what we're trying to do, at least. I think it was the hair. The hair comes back further. Yeah, I don't want to sort of rely on landmarks per se. Like, that's where when you got people that wear certain things, or they've got like a pair of glasses or a particular bit of jewelry or something that makes them look like them. I don't want to rely on that personally. I really want to go that step deeper to understand what is that likeness. Like, I mean, how would you do this guy as like a, what is it, like a chibi or a chibi, or however you say it? If you're relying on the things that you would put on like a Funko Pop to make it look like Tommy Vercetti, I think it's missing the point, personally. I did like GTA. GTA 4. Yeah. Fat Cappy, what's going on? Did you just call me Puppy? Or Poppy? What's up? Oh, how you doing, man? Maybe the jaw's a little bit larger. I've got a feeling I'm going to be taking this home with me as homework after stream. Yeah, maybe his jaw is less slender and like angled down like that. Maybe it's a little bit more square, I think. Potentially. No worries, Siraj. No, I have a tendency to do this as well. Doing the eyebrows too far back. Like you think about how far back your eyebrows go. They don't go that far back. All right, so we want to stop them in an appropriate spot, which is going to help us. Probably about there, because that's where that temple's going to be. Can we get away with even more pursed out lips? Or does that just look stupid? I wonder. Do we do a little head turnaround? Is that going to be beneficial to us if we do a turnaround? I don't want to do like a full turnaround. I'm just trying to explore and discover the shapes more so. Right, this guy, no good. We make you a lot smaller. Get out of here. So what have we discovered? This guy is still shit, but yeah, no, still shit. This guy better. He's feeling at least a little close. Gotta say, there's something I can work with. You know what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down. Maybe the ear is a little bit smaller, maybe, and further down. I always try to make side profiles of the same character, but they always look different somehow. How can I fix that? If you've got a 3/4 of the character, then you could measure out all the features for the side profile. That's a double entendre. Wait. Oxymoron, double entendre. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the same thing. A profile and a side profile is like saying profile. Stylized is so hard for me coming up from realism portrait background. I just end up drawing people one-to-one versus creating something new from it. My lack of imagination. No, it's not. I don't think it's a lack of imagination. It's just a lack of practice and the time put in to do stylization, right? Not a lack of imagination. It's a skill, just like doing like hyper realistic portraiture. Gotta be downtown. How you doing? I've been keeping well. Glad to have you in here. Age Nevins, good time. Good Tim's zones. Side profile is redundant. There you go. A double entendre is a double meaning, like an innuendo. Thank you very much for the clarification. Alright. Let's see. So we've I've got, who are these fellas again? I can't remember. Miami Vice. Because, I mean, that's kind of what it was based off of a little bit. Have I got anyone else? Let's try and do something stupid. Let's do a full body thing where we haven't figured out the facial features yet. Why? Because I want to. This is what I'll end up getting stuck in. Just like a cycle of... Oh, we're exploring, you know? Have a bit of fun. Doesn't have to be in your endo. Very good, Layla. Lulu. That's something I would say. Age Nevin, sorry. Just woke up from a long sleep. How dare you? You should be sorry. Hope your sleep was good. Alright, so I saw this one and I thought, cool, that camera could be a gun. Yeah, because he's got a shirt, we can do the same sort of... Now what I wanted to get was more of this kind of vibe. Or that like character discovery. I want to do more of these. These just look fun. More like turnarounds. W Downtown. Trying to... What would be the word that what are we trying to do? Just having a bit of fun with the main character from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Trying to put our spin on it. Get it looking like something. Amazon Venom. Fair enough, I guess, yeah. I'm a beginner. If I start today to learn concept art or character design, what kind of things do I need to cover first? The vaguest of vague questions. I think first thing. Didn't mean to be rude there. That sounded rude. The more vague the question, the least helpful the answer is going to get, like if you ask other people. So I would start, I say this all the time, start with the goal, right? I mean, yeah, you can do Drawbox, you can do any, like, but then like, where do you stop? Where do you start and stop that? You know? To what end? Like, you can sit and like, yeah, do Drawbox for like ever, But what I would like you to think about, at least, whatever direction you go, whatever teachings or whatever that you start following, what's the end goal? So you've got concept art or character design. What kind? What stuff gets you going? What's the stuff that you're looking at and you're like, yeah, that's it. If you've got those North Stars, that's going to help you understand when you're on the right track, you know, and then to see if what you're studying is helping. Head too big. Head too big again. No, it looks a little bit tiny. So let's go back to our... Now the issue is I'm drawing him as if I completely forgot about the horizon line. Where do you get these banger songs? This is just the 80s club scene playlist on Epidemic Sound. Yes, Annie Austin, very, very good. Lana, how are we? We are trying to do some fan art of Grand Theft Auto Tommy Vercetti, and it's not turning out too good. But we're doing whatever we're doing. This is a fucking shit house. This is how it goes, you know, when I'm off stream, when I'm doing my own thing. Because I know there's bread and butter stuff that I can just do on stream and it will pretty much work out. We're excited about Spider-Man this weekend. Not really, if I'm honest. I don't know. I haven't been excited about Spider-Man in a long time. It's a me issue, I'm sure. I know a lot of people love it. I don't even think I've seen the last one. Maybe I have. I couldn't tell you what the last one was. And what do you say? I don't know. Just me. It's just me. It's just not something I get excited about anymore. I used to get excited about Spider-Man. Spider-Man's. Just no. Is it because they kill off Uncle Ben every time? What are you saying? You can? Why? You can still love it. You can still be amped about it. Haven't seen the last one. Oh dear. I know. That's alright. This is looking too modern, so we need that collar, the big The last one was pretty fun. What was the last one? Was it, was that the one where they all met each other? Last one was No Way Home. Ben, if you ever had the opportunity to do a cover piece for Spider-Man, would you? Yeah, I reckon I would. Last one was No Way Home. Yeah, all the Spider-Man each other. Oh, yeah. That was good. That was a good one. I like that. That is just killing me right now. Why? Morty, how you doing? The casualness about Spider-Man is so hard to watch. To be fair, the movie experience in Los Angeles is like a different vibe than anywhere else. Yeah. I would be probably stoked just to be in a movie theater in LA. It doesn't matter what I'm seeing. To be fair, yeah, what about Across the Spider-Verse? The style is amazing. Yeah, it was good. Like in England, I really got excited about a movie, come to think about it. Not in the same way. Yeah, maybe it's not being in the heart of the entertainment business. Should be more this way. Something like that, maybe. Got any advice on the likeness? Very vague question. I mean, I've got to... think about the relationships between the features just as much as the features themselves. I'm excited for Odyssey. Have you guys watched it? Don't get me started. It's Is it because they have real Spideys in Australia? So Ben is unfazed by superhuman Spider-Man. Nah, I don't know. I don't think I've been excited about a movie in a very, very long time, unfortunately. But I do like Spider-Man, that's for sure. Imagine. Casually liking Spider-Man is not going to do it, I'm afraid. Well, well, well. All right, Lana, who's your Spider-Man? I'm going to say it's Tommy, whatever, not Tommy Hilfiger. What's his name? Who's the Spider-Man dude? You know what I'm talking about, today's one. On stream, I'll get the hate mail. Well, don't put your email out there and you'll be fine. Tom Holland, there you go. Tommy McGrath. I've always been partial to Tommy McGrath as Spider-Man. I don't even know who that is, but it sounded funny. I thought you were mispronouncing Tobey Maguire. That's my Spider-Man. There is no other. Everyone else is fake. Tobey Maguire is the organic, quite literally, true Spider-Man. And that is where I'll die on that hill. That's alright. Your Spider-Man can be your Spider. You can be. Everyone can be wrong. People can be wrong. You're allowed to be wrong. I beg your pardon. How can you say none of them are? Who would yours be if you had to cast? If you had to cast a Peter Parker, who would yours be? Eric Banner's Hulk. Dude. His arms are way too big. I'd cast Tom Holland, but I'd ask him to act more angry. Peter Parker in the comics spends a bunch of time feeling guilty and angry. I agree. I agree. He's a little bit too, what's the word? Chipper for my liking. I don't want him to be like a bloody depresso all the time, but just he did get pretty angry at the Green Goblin. Guys, you're forgetting that Tom is the only one whose Aunt May doesn't die until the third movie. She's the best Aunt May as well. Yep. Gumi, I agree. Spider-Man is kind of like the clown joke. He's not just putting on a mask to hide his face, but also to hide how he feels. He makes jokes so he doesn't go insane. Whoa. Yeah, that makes sense. Now back to Tommy. I see him because I think it could be like just the factor of him being like a PlayStation 2 character, but I always see him like shoulders up kind of vibe. Like he's always Yuri Mitchin, my art teacher at any school? No. You're not even going to see Spider-Man? No, I won't go out and see it. No. The clown joke being the one where the guy goes to the doctor for depression. The doctor recommends he goes to see a specific clown, but it turns out that the guy is the clown. Okay, you lost me there. I'm not entirely sure. Just see it a little bit. Oh, okay, I get you. Super. Just see it a little bit. So I'm going to pay full price for a ticket and just pop my head in. And then head home. Just dip your toe in the center. Just a thimble of popcorn and a glimpse of Spider-Man. Just smell it. Just don't even go around the corner. It's like, okay. Or just hear it. Toby's Spidey to me was too much of a walking doormat and not quippy enough. Andrew was the best in my opinion. 10 out of 10. Spidey, 4 out of 10 movie. Okay, that's fair. 10 out of 10 Spidey, 4 out of 10 movie. That's, yep. I can see that there's different gradings for the Spidey in his environment. Let me just stand outside and ask people how it was. I'm just excited for it because it's one of our first normal Marvel Spidey movie. He's living alone. Nobody knows his identity, and he's being Spider-Man plus Punisher and Hulk. I'm excited for that. Oh, okay. See, I don't even know anything about the story of this one. So was that when everyone forget like something happened with the multiverse or something, and no one knows him? Vince Ken makes it look like he's going to show us his very sponsored morning routine. What are you talking about? What? Gretz Guardia, thank you very much. I want to do a more interesting pose. I really like this. I wonder if I could do him 3/4 like that, in that pose, but with a gun. Let's see if we can try that 3/4 view again, with what we've learned from the profile. Would Ben be a good Spider-Man? Would I be a good Spider-Man? Nah. Imagine that, an Australian Spider-Man. That reminds me of Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. Was the Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse like the organic Spider-Man? Ben the Huntsman Spider-Man, there you go. Alright, so we've got the higher cheekbones. The eyes that are in a lot further. Now, I'm going to have to take this off stream and spend some time with it because it is frustrating me quite a lot, if I'm honest. Literally a tricky translation, nice. Peter B. Parker, yes, nice. Man, I'm really not that clued into pop culture stuff. I feel like I'm missing out. Also, I'm missing out by choice, but you're asking the wrong person. Yeah, I didn't watch Spider Noir. Noir. Mr. Hen, thank you. Ghost Rider by Ben would be sick. Yeah, I'd like to do more comic booky type thingos. Now I think we're like, if we're quiet, I think we're sneaking up on a 3/4 that's not looking terrible. Don't want to. It's like in a dream where you're like, oh, I realize I'm in a dream, but I don't want to shift anything. So we're just gonna like tiptoe through it, continue on chat, debating the Spider-Man or the Spider-Man. I'll just be here. Bennett, Bennett, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Swaggy Bear. Hey Ben, do you think the art job industry is really messed up right now? Well, it depends what you're talking about with the art job industry. I imagine you are alluding to sort of entertainment, games and that sort of stuff. And yeah, for many reasons. Lana, I have to go, but just wanted to blow up your stream about Spider-Man, I guess. Look at you, just pulled the pin. Boop, and away you go. All right, have a good night, Lana, or rest of your day, depending on what time it is. Regardless, have a good one. A little bit too... But I kind of like it at the same time, I don't know. Are you doing style studies or such? Yeah, so I was really just getting the pose from this fella. More so, because I'm still trying to figure out the style, like iterate on the style a little bit. I wouldn't mind doing something like this, like very colourful. Do enjoy whacking a bit of colour everywhere, as some of you might know. I've put the keyboard shortcut as Command F, because otherwise Command F is find, which I never used. You got to set it yourself, I think. I feel like he's kind of tilted over a bit. He's kind of light. He actually reminds me of an actor from Baby Driver. Well, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. As I go back further. Nah, that looks stupid. Because if his eye's back that far, you would not see much, if any, of that side of the eye. It depends. But see, hopefully this is encouraging to you how garbage, well not garbage, like it's, how different. This is like leftover stuff from doing realism for ages. If you look up, I say like doing realism, if you, I think I read chat, and it's messed me up. From many years of doing realism, and if you are following the reference too much, you can get in this like sort of no man's land. So then I had to go away, reassess, redo it, and now we're in sort of more stylized mode. So it can take a little minute to sort of get out of that way of thinking. Still, even I haven't done realism stuff for a very long time. It still gets me. Look up Dean from Iron Giant. It's pretty close. I have to have a look. I won't do it now because I don't want to break the flow. It's crazy how much this far side of the face determines the look and feel. He's still not anywhere near where I think he should be, but he's a heck of a lot closer than when we started. I don't want him smiling. You want it that like down and just like resting. Like that kind of deal. Other painting of the old guy. Do you know the artist? No, but this would be saved on my Pinterest in stream style reference if you want to go check it out. Definitely go give that a look. What way would we look? That's what I want. Okay. Take the mental notes. Alright. So that's the hand placement. Approximately. Yeah. So then we'll have to come out. Something like that. I don't know. I haven't drawn many guns. Okay, frick, I haven't drawn Harlan. I don't think I will. I actually saw a video covering an artist called Reno Tuna. He takes things like a Walkman radio and turns them into a character version, if that makes sense. Have you done anything like that? No, but that's a cool idea. I like the idea of it. Or maybe he is not ready to shoot, so he has. Nah. Don't like the placement of it. Maybe a gun first and then. Oh, that's a little bit better. Which tablet you use? I'm using a 32 Wacom 32 Pro Cintiq. Where's my colors gone? Yeah. Face isn't where I want it. That's alright. And do you have problem connecting Wacom driver into Wacom 32? Sometimes I need to restart my computer to connect the driver. I haven't really, no. It's not a problem I've had. Alright, catch you later, Aussie. Joshu, how you doing? Do you still draw traditionally or just full digital? No, I draw traditionally. Pen and ink. Occasionally oils, which is a good bit of fun. More of a tan. Growing up, I only used ballpoint pens and was obsessed with tattoo line art. So at 29, just really started getting into digital with an iPad and trying to color and character art. Yeah, iPad's good. iPad's good fun. Nice one. No, not easy. No, none of it is. None of it is easy. That's the fun of it. That's the flavor. That's what keeps it interesting. Shoe. I just joined your live stream and draw. Have a great week, Bennett. Thank you very much. Thanks for popping in. Art Senchu, hello. It's weird, you're starting to put a bit of color on him. He's not looking terrible, but I think I'm cheating a little bit just by like dude in blue shirt. There's an element to him there. Better than what we had here. I even want to just delete these fucking ta-ta for now. I mean, that one almost looks like Andrew Garfield. Nothing against Andrew, but it's not what we've gone for. Yeah, I can definitely see myself cleaning this one up. Full circle. I appreciate it, Tamaki. Yeah, not my best work. Definitely not my best work, but you know what? For a stream experiment, it is what it is. Just a moment of glaze, if I may. Oh, I don't know. I found a channel yesterday. Found a channel yesterday by your video on the mechanic woman. Oh, interesting. That's good to know. The process of finding the character and then seeing it all, the different poses, just itches that part of my brain. Oh, fantastic. That's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, because that one was more of an experiment. Like, could I do content that is not how to, but more look what I've made, which is really what I want to do, but weave in my learnings so it is like, oh, this is how you do something, but also it's in the process of me trying to do something, if that makes any sense at all. Hopefully it does. But nah, glad to hear it, Gumi. Yeah, I reckon I will definitely. I'll probably redo the line work, I think, on my own. Almost certainly. But I want to couple this with some really nice, like, character moments. Yeah, let's deepen that blue. Tommy Fassetti for Spider-Man. That'd be kind of a sick crossover. But he just doesn't use his web shoot. He just like has a web shooter and he's like shooting people. He like does drive-by like web shooting. Actually, I like that idea. What would that look like? if Tommy Vassetti, I like that. There's something there. That'll be a funny one, I reckon. That would be quite funny. Personally, I just love art, and seeing someone create something like that without going into painful step-by-step lines is something I enjoy. Ah, beautiful. Oh, glad to hear it. He'd be a villain for sure. Oh, absolutely. Is your podcast also going to be a live stream? We were tossing up with that because we kind of want to do it in a way where we will like review the content that we're working on. You know, almost like an office hours. So if people want to come in and ask questions and whatever, we'll just be sort of discussing what we're working on, the plans, what content I'm working on, how I'm structuring it, blah 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 blah. So sort of like, yeah, real office hoursy sort of thing. This is so laggy. Retro VHS effect on top would be nice. If I was gonna do, I don't like doing effects over my stuff. Like, it can look really cool, but I think nowadays the issue with that is that it almost looks a bit too polished. Yeah, so I think the line work on here needs a complete revamp. I also think, yeah, I'm gonna redo. If I'm honest, I'm gonna redo the whole thing. But I'm just exploring some colors at the moment, seeing what light direction would look good. Smolder intensifying, that's right. Also, it might be good that like it didn't turn out great, or like really, really close to what I want it to be in the beginning. Could make a good little reel. This is what I was trying to do. I went live. Turned out terrible. But this is what I did. Away from stream to fix it. Boom. Then you're into the meat and potatoes. The shadow's already given the value. Yeah. Yeah, it's the doesn't take much once you got things in place to like. He's still too stagnant. I'd like him to have a little bit more of a like some sort of emotion on his face. You know, or maybe just like I don't know, something different than what's there. If we were casting the shadow here, well, that would probably be in shadow. But I don't want that. I want to see the eyes, so we've got to move the shadow back. Nose shadow. Probably there somewhere. Bottom of the lips are probably going to be shadow as well. And we've got to figure out just the side of the face. At what point does the shadow stop wrapping around, you know? I don't know how rendered I want it. Like, this is definitely not going to be the final render, but just as a general question, I don't want to go too far into the render. This is Photoshop, loyal liar. Catch you later, Tomoki. Thanks for popping in. No loyal, it's Photoshop. It's about that time of the stream where we might start wrapping it up. Kind of getting a bit silly with that lip pursing, but yeah, this is not my Tommy yet. But he's better than where we started. Is it the lips? It's the everything. It's a whole revamp that needs to happen. I was really just messing around with the lips. Because we could pop them back here. Make them less refined. But yeah, this whole structure here is off. But it's, as I said, it's better than what we had before. I mean, from a viewer, it's cool to see a render. Yeah. Yeah, it's something that looks like something, I guess. Not very happy with it, but you know what? It is what it is. And we'll come back next week. And we'll try something different. About to know we face the same thing. All of yeah. It's doesn't get much. It gets easier in certain ways and harder in others, and I'm still on the journey for learning a bunch of stuff. So it's it never ends. Can't stop myself. Head is to forehead. Too crazy there. I even wonder if that black is conducive to the color palette. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a point where we just leave it for now, I reckon. Come back another day and see if we can do it better. As I just keep going. Can't really help myself. Fabian. It is scuffed Tommy Vassetti at the moment. We will get him better. Cool. So yeah, the color is gonna be like up here, like that. So maybe. Thanks, dude. Catch you later, Super. Appreciate you popping in as always. You have a good one, yeah? Alright guys, with this, I reckon we're going to call it a day. I wouldn't personally call this a successful stream. The success is that we did it. I'm not happy with the result. At least to where I would have liked to have seen it. But that's alright. It happens. It is part of the process, I guess. As annoying as it is. Oh, I gotta stop myself. No, enough. Hold on, just one little just want to see it. Alright, enough. My dog swallowed my drawing glove and she just threw it up. I'm in shambles right now. Well, that's a positive outcome. You got your glove back. Better than picking it out of the other end. Alright. With that, thank you again, as always, for popping in. As we experiment. Have a bit of fun studying. What can I tell you? Thank you again as always. If you're new here, we do this every week. Monday, 10:45 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time, which is a Sunday around 4 p.m. PST. 4 or 5 p.m. PST is when it ends up working out. Due to time zones and whatnot. Oh my god, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with this. I can't stop. I cannot stop. I'm really not happy with it, and that's what happens. And then I'll lose like a day. Just not being happy with it. Anyway. Cool stuff coming up. Lightbox in October. Yeah. Anything else that's coming up, I'll whack it in the old socials. You know where to find me, you smart people. And is there anything else? No, I reckon that's it. No, keep going. Don't tempt me with a good time. It's I think we need to I just want to see if break up the silhouette a little bit with the hair there. Does that do anything for me? It does a little bit for me, but the whole thing's not good, so that doesn't do enough. Alright, well look, to save my sanity, I'm going to stop. Thank you again as always for people in chat, for chatting with me. Appreciate you a ton. For those that are lurking, appreciate you just as much. And yeah, look, I'll catch you guys next week. What are we going to do? I'm not sure, but I'll see you then. All right, catch ya.